According to Mutenyo Aida, the chairperson Kiswahili Association East Africa and head of Swahili lectures in Uganda, lower secondary levels are struggling to teach the language because they lack academic materials that can be used in teaching the language.
We are trying to see that Ugandans have the lower secondary material or books which are not yet in place soon. I believe they'll be there. We have A-level curriculum which we have been having not enough books. Even the secondaries we are talking about, they don't have enough books to teach Kiswahili. We have so many secondary teachers who are not yet employed. We have those primary teachers, and since because the subject is not examinable, once they go out, they forget the language. But if they could be absorbed in primary schools, I believe that would be a score for our Kiswahili in Uganda.
The association chairperson also reveals that many secondary schools have never been given the books to teach the language. This was revealed during a 2-day conference of Kiswahili Students Association Uganda Chapter Conference held at Mountains of the Moon University in Fort Portal. The conference brought together Kiswahili students from Makerere University, Kavale University, KIU Metropolitan University, Bishop Stewart University, and Mountains of the Moon University.
We have this association of Kiswahili that brings together all the Kiswahili students all over Uganda and at the highest level East Africa. But we normally do it rotationally. One, to give courage to our students who are offering the subject, to motivate them that they are on the right track. Also, institutions to not to inform them, but to know that it is a subject which, much as we call it special need, with its facilities being low, but it is a subject which is sustainable and it can stand.
We embrace our cultures, and because of that, we are happy that we are all together to learn together, interact together, and be able to build that our lecturers have been imparting to us.
Cabinet last year approved the implementation of the 21st East African Community Summit directive in Uganda to adopt Kiswahili as an official language of the community. Cabinet also recommended that the teaching of Swahili language in primary and secondary schools should be made compulsory and examinable. Mutenyo, however, says that this will be difficult to implement if the government does not add to the already limited number of Kiswahili teachers in the country by recruiting Kiswahili teachers who are already trained in the subject. She also says that the aspect of the language being examinable and compulsory in schools is still lacking.
You know, a child acquire and get a language at that earliest stages, but it's just so unfortunate that we don't have Kiswahili being examined in primary school. The moment we capture that level in the education sector, I believe we shall be at par, because now we are building the house from the top, leaving the foundation which will form.
In 2017, Uganda National Curriculum Development Center finalized the secondary school curriculum where Swahili was introduced as a compulsory subject alongside English. According to Global Voices, an international multilingual organization for writers, translators, academics, and digital rights activists, currently there are more than 7,100 languages spoken around the world, 28% of which are spoken on the African continent.
I'm not only looking at education as the only opportunity I can do, only to teach Kiswahili. No, there are other opportunities like being translators in some other countries, working in embassies. Such jobs can come up as opportunities to improve our career and improve Kiswahili as a language.